Good morning, Facebook family. This video is directed primarily to the residents of Mount Vernon, New York. But if you see a similar problem in your municipality, you may be able to use this as a model of rectifying what's wrong in your municipality. This past Tuesday, the City Council had a hearing in regards to the demolishment of a house on Park Avenue in Mount Vernon. Several allegations were made, several alleged crimes were committed, and the City Council, who is the body of the people, wanted to get answers to those questions. Mayor Thomas refused to obey the subpoena issued by the City Council, and he ordered several city employees not to answer the subpoena as well. I had the opportunity to attend that hearing. A lot of things came out during that hearing, some that wasn't relevant to the actual demolishment of the house on Park Avenue, but it opened your eyes to what was happening in Mount Vernon government on the mayor's level. Now, I will always refer to allegations because it has not been proven in a court of law yet, but there is significant evidence which, in my opinion, would render a guilty verdict. First, you have alleged bid rigging. 3 companies submitted bids for the demolishment of the house on Park Avenue on January 26th, if my memory serves me correctly. On January 27th, another company, one of the original 3 companies, submitted an amended estimate bid on the demolishment for the house on Park Avenue. Their initial bid was $90,000. The amended bid was $60,000. That's a $30,000 reduction in the bid. How did that happen? It also was put on record that Mayor Thomas instructed former Buildings Commissioner Mark Warren to lower the bid to $65,000 and to have this company, which is associated with Joseph Spezio, to remove the house. In doing so, this company, who wasn't licensed to cart in Mount Vernon, didn't remove the asbestos from the house, didn't cover up adjoining houses that were next to the house that were, excuse me, at risk of sustaining asbestos contamination. This investigation has led to a snowball of alleged crimes, crimes of a federal nature, a state level, and a election law level. Testimony was given that Joseph Spezio gave Richard Thomas $100,000 cash. Now, I'm not a big person. I've never had my hand on a sum of $100,000 in my life at one time, but what was the purpose of that $100,000? The witness testified to it and stated he actually observed Joseph Spezio give Mayor Thomas $100,000 cash. Now, I've gone through Mayor Thomas's campaign reporting form and I saw no entry of $100,000 cash. That's food for thought. Secondly, campaign workers of Mayor Thomas received company checks from Joe Spezio for work they'd done during the campaign. That is illegal. Thirdly, Mayor Thomas is constantly referred to the City Council as being corrupt. Well, if the City Council is the body or the voice of the people, and I know each one of those individuals of the City Council, and to me they don't seem like they're corrupt individuals, why is he labeling them corrupt individuals? He is the one who is hiding something by not appearing before the City Council for the hearing. Mayor Thomas has an excellent way of sweet-talking his ideas, projecting his ideas to people. I'm not going to lie, I was once one of those individuals. That's why I backed him during his campaign. But once my eyes were opened and I actually saw the dirt that was being done, that's not how I roll. An ex-girlfriend made a comment on my post yesterday stating that I live life by black and white. Well, the laws in this country and in this state are in black and white. So if I'm living my life according to how the word is written, so be it. Okay? I saw a news clip yesterday whereby Mayor Thomas has stated that there was an excess of funds to cover the additional firefighters that he wanted to hire. Those excess funds were in the recreation department. Well, anybody with good business sense knows that you don't borrow from Bill to pay Paul. That's not good government. If the money is not in the budget for the acquisition of additional firefighters, then so be it. Last year when the budget meetings were held, Mayor Thomas was not in attendance of those budget meetings. Therefore, if he had been there, he would have input in the acquisition of additional firefighters. Now he wants to take the money from the alleged excess monies from the recreation department and put it towards the hiring of these additional firefighters. 5 extra firefighters is not going to make a big deal. He also has neglected to state that when he came into office, there were, I believe, approximately 25 to 30 firefighters that were out. But from my research, all of those firefighters have returned to full duty with the exception of 7 of them. Those 7 firefighters are most likely on job-ending injuries or whatever the case may be. But he has neglected to inform the citizens of Mount Vernon that those firefighters have returned. Now, with the returning of those firefighters, is Mount Vernon Fire Department at its full complement? I don't think so. Neither is the Mount Vernon Police Department at its full complement. So again, the big issue of these additional firefighters is very minute in my opinion. It's not a matter of public safety, it's a matter of rewarding the Mount Vernon Fire Department. A lot of you refute what I say on Facebook as being something that retaliation that someone mentioned yesterday. Well, let me say this. If you have an individual that lies to you or you know has committed alleged crimes and they have sort of, in layman's terms, jerked you and bullshitted you, if what your actions are to get him removed from office or bring to light the actions, illegal acts, alleged illegal actions that he has committed, then yes, you can call it revenge. I don't sugarcoat anything. I tell it just like it is. He basically screwed me over amongst many other people. So my actions are of a basis of, yes, retaliation. Because as a mature individual, you don't do that to people. Okay? Now, right now the city council is looking into what legal recourse they can have to force Mayor Thomas to the next round of the hearings. A lot of evidence that was presented was damaging. A lot of the testimony was damaging, right down to the issue of why was the house demolished on a Sunday? Why wasn't the asbestos removed? Why wasn't the water main and the sewer main capped off? These are all violations of the law. So again, if anyone comes to my post, I welcome whatever vision, opinion you may have, but do it in a respectful manner and have your facts together before you put your fingers to keyboard. Because if your facts are not accurate, I will check you on them. I am no longer a resident of Mount Vernon. I left in 2012 due to safety concerns for my family, but I still call Mount Vernon home. And it hurts me to see what's going on. What former mayors Davis and Clinton did in 20 years, Mayor Thomas has allegedly done it in 1 month. As these hearings proceed, more evidence will come out and you can formulate your own conclusions. It was stated by the City Council President Marcus Griffith that once these hearings are concluded, the findings will be turned over to a higher authority. Well, if you know any aspect of law, you know what the higher authority means. All I'm asking you, Facebook family, attend the hearings, hear what's going on, formulate your own conclusion based on what you've seen and heard at the hearings. All Mount Vernonites, regardless of their political affiliation, must come together. That's the only way Mount Vernon is going to survive. I will be in attendance, God willing, to every hearing to report back what was said, what was presented at the hearings. But it would behoove you, as a citizen of Mount Vernon, to attend these meetings, to actually see what's happening in government in Mount Vernon. I do believe today Councilman Wallace is going to have a press conference. Mayor Thomas is going to give his State of the City address tonight. As a politician, I hope that the negativity that has been transpiring does not come up in his State of the City address, because once these hearings are concluded, I think there are going to be serious ramifications behind Mayor Thomas's actions and the actions of others. So stay tuned. Come to my Facebook page. I only stipulate facts. All right? May you all have a blessed day. Ciao now.